Hey guys, it is 5 a.m. and with the new week, as you can kind of see, we have a bit of an update summary. Hopefully we'll see, I guess, the Bellion skin. It should be coming out tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look at Sharoon and maybe some other characters. Maybe they'll show something else. I don't know. Let's get into it.
Eyes are
Okay.
clouded by greed. Let me wash it all away.
Wow, that is a sick animation. Holy moly. Okay, regardless of how good her kit is, that was a crazy animation. What the? Oh my god, there's just like a serpent, like a dragon that comes out. Oh my god. Reminds me of like that one captain from Bleach. The ice dragon guy. Oh. Did Bellion's S3 animation kind of change? Sorry, I know this is probably gonna be the highlight. Okay, so like she looks a little different in like. Oh, okay, so they did change like her whole like. I guess they changed it so she actually looks like that in the S3 animation. That's pretty cool. All right, they did all the balance patch changes to all the heroes. That's cool. If you didn't see the balance patch notes that I kind of mentioned, the patch feels kind of weird because they feel like kind of lazy updates or lazy patch updates more than anything else. Yeah, Elvira, if you also didn't know, is being recalled, and I guess like this is probably a decent time to kind of make the PSA. If you are pulling for extra copies of Elvira because either you want to, exchange her for slates, or you want to be able to pull any character in the game, like I know a couple people are doing, you have to make sure that Elvira is not in your storage room, I believe. If I recall, you could have her in like the overflow, like where I think it's like your waiting room where like you have, too many units in your inventory. Like I think that's fine. It'll count as you having Elvira there. But if you put her in your storage room, the one that you have to manually transfer all the characters into, it won't count or something like that. Or at least that's what I've been told by a few content creator friends or a few people in the community. That being said, just have her in the inventory just to be safe. There you go. There's your PSA. Side note, by the way, they did also increase the duration of this banner because obviously she's getting recalled. This is pretty decent, or it's like nice, just because again, people are kind of on the fence. They weren't sure if they wanted to pull or not. You have a little bit more time to pull for her. I don't know how this will affect like the release of things. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will. But Sharoon's coming out presumably at the same time, or is still on time, and Elvira just has like a longer banner. So cool. Overall, I think, the Elvira changes it's nice that they actually buffed her and they didn't just take away the interaction. And great. Whether or not she's going to be OP, she's going to be, like super meta, we'll see. I'm just going to wait until she comes out and then we'll test her. I'll probably make a video on it. Okay, Leica. Okay, Leica is also on banner. I think she's probably on banner because of like the balance patch things, and I don't think anyone has. I don't know when the last time she was on banner, but obviously they're gonna put a lot of the balance patch characters on banner. Command model Leica, in particular, her change. Like I just want to give some kind of basis behind my I think the balance patch is very lazy. Command model Leica's like being given a strip on any part of her kit. I know initially I thought it was on her skill 3. I apologize, I was wrong. It was actually on her skill 2. I think it's kind of lazy. I guess it's kind of nice for dealing with Aiden on occasion, but still, it's a 20% chance increase to hit. And if you don't have a hit chance artifact, it's a 50-50. I don't think most people are gonna pick Leica into Aiden. And again, it wasn't even that good of an idea to begin with. Arya's been buffed, or Arya hasn't been buffed. Her drop rate banner up is here. I guess she's pretty good, especially if you're like a newer player. Arya does really well in a lot of like Guild War fights, because you can kind of steal stats or kind of like cheat stats with Christie and stuff, depending on what composition you use. She's also really good for Wyvern 13, in case you're curious about it. Or if you're curious about running like a Wyvern one-shot without like having Seaside Bologna or Clarissa, she's also really good for it. Okay, and Kitty Clarissa is on the same banner as Dragon King Sharoon. Ultimately, I think Dragon King Sharoon is really cool. I think like the idea behind like the whole, give everyone Tide, and then she kind of has like a reverse debuff thing, is at least a little bit more interesting than just like everyone is unable to ever be debuffed ever in the history of ever again. Because super overwhelming characters like that pretty much have no value whatsoever because they just end up being so OP that everyone picks them and then they become pre-banned and then no one ever plays the game like with the character. I think this is pretty cool though. She has like a very specific niche, which is countering sleeps. Whether or not she'll be good enough to counter Death Dealer Ray, we'll see. Again, I've heard a lot of people say that, you know, X characters are counter to Death Dealer Ray, and then I play against Death Dealer Ray and it's not a counter. So we'll see how good she is. I hope she's good enough to deal with Death Dealer Ray. And again, it looks like she was made for it. There's some more announcements. It didn't appear as though they said anything about like quality of life. There's a new side story. Hopefully we get something nice from that as well. Maybe like an injury ring. We saw a little bit of the animation, but I just want to kind of briefly in like 1.5 times speed, see if there's anything else we missed from the
A requiem in your honor.
from the review.
Stronger. Build the crescendo and gentle. All is as I orchestrate it.
Ah, that's okay.
Your heart is a disturbance.
Okay, so you can't hear it. You can't hear it. I apologize because I sped up like the sounds. There was also a change in the tune. It's not the same one as before, which is cool because she's a conductor, and that's a nice touch. It's a bit of, you know, like a thematic thing that they've added.
Open the gates to paradise.
I like this a lot. Wow, her lobby animation is also really hot. Okay, nice. Where is the... There should have been one for Sharoon.
From life into death, and death into life anew. Your eyes are clouded by greed.
Okay, we've already seen her kit, to be fair, so I don't want to like harp too long on this. Just want to make sure everything's about the same. She's a light soul weaver.
The deity who reigns over the seas. To many sailors, the Dragon King is an object of worship, to be both feared.
Wow, this is a really this is
Sailors give
insane
offerings to
concept
her while
art.
praying for calm seas. In years marked by severe storms and frequent tidal waves, it was believed that the Dragon King was angry because the sailors hadn't offered a bride. So people would perform a symbolic human sacrifice that they referred to.
So we have her base stats. She's got like decent effectiveness.
Before up to 100%.
She has like the class debuff thing I think is pretty interesting, I will say. Defense breaking like Knights and Soul Weavers might make her a decent cleave option. I'm not sure yet. Again, like I've only kind of heard her as like an answer to Death Dealer Ray, but this could be pretty interesting. It's decreased debuff duration or decreased buff durations by 2 turns. And then like apply like attack down or death break. Attack down, by the way, is like criminally underrated, but I'm sure a lot of you guys are very annoyed by, you know, Abyssal Euphine attack downing everyone. It also just pushes back everyone by 20%.
Your eyes are clouded by greed.
A blue dragon of the Azure Ocean who governs the cycles of nature. Players will be able to meet Dragon King Sharoon through the mystic.
Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Her S2. Okay, so this is the stun thing. The S2 is that at the start of the turn, debuff. Okay, so you can't be stunned or slept, and then it cleanses specifically. Yeah, it dispels all stuns and sleeps when someone is a. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so basically, it's no different. Just kind of, I guess, like a brief overview. All we're getting from this patch is basically the balance patch, which makes sense because there's going to be a lot to test. Dragon King Sharoon and Elvira's change are all coming out all at the same time. Very interesting. Bellion skin also coming out. There's going to be a lot of RTA playing. I'm excited. We'll probably see some of the characters probably in the Content Creator Invitational. I hope to at least maybe get one game of Dragon King Sharoon or Elvira or one of these characters. But yeah, guys, overall, the patch was pretty interesting, I guess. Nothing that was new per se, but I think just seeing the characters out and about for the first time was really nice. Big ups to Smilegate, honestly, again, for making like the Elvira change as quickly as they did, because regardless of what the change was, them just deciding to change and address it and also buff and like, you know, remove the negative or like the really suspect interaction was good. I have my own feelings about the balance patch, regardless if they're good or bad. Again, I personally feel like some of the changes feel like lazy, but we'll see how the changes and all that end up being. That's going to be it for this video, though, guys. If you enjoyed or if you learned something, make sure to like, comment, turn on the notification bell, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about the balance patch. What do you think, or I guess another balance patch, but this patch preview for the week. Hope to see you guys playing some RTA. Don't just let it be me, guys, please. It's preseason. I can't be the only one playing, right? But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Make sure to check out the rest of my socials. I stream on Twitch and YouTube. See y'all next time. Bye-bye.